So I got this Saturn in today and I figured it's been a while since I did an old Saturn like this. So I'm doing a live video on how I shrink these back windows. As you can see, I'm using a Wagner heat gun. I'm letting the heat gun shrink the tint for me by just going side to side. Then I get my hard card and I push down on the areas that have already been shrunk. Your heat gun can actually do most of this shrinking, which I consider molding of the back window, so that it can fit the inside of the car. So you do have to heat shrink any back window on the outside, and then it installs in the inside. I'm going to do the top. So I put a little bit of heat underneath so that floats my film, and then I let my heat gun again do the heat shrinking. I just go back and forwards, not too close because I don't want to burn my film, but just enough to see it shrink up a little. When you see it shrivel up, that's how you know that it's being shrunk. I then again take my hard card and I push up on the areas that the heat gun had shrunk for me. If you look really closely, you can see how I hold my heat gun to the areas that are not shrunk, and I push upwards with my hard card. You have to be very careful when you're using a hard card because you can grease the film really easy. Again, now I switched heat guns. I wanted to try out a different heat gun on this side. I like to try out different heat guns and see which one works best. So far, Wagner has been one of my favorite because it's a lightweight heat gun and I feel it works really well. And it doesn't cost you as much, so one of my chosen heat guns. Of course, there's a lot of heat guns you can choose to go with. So as you can see, again, I am just shrinking the film and I'm using my hard card to just push the shrinked area out. So you want to lay it flat basically and make it look nice and molded. I'm now moving up to the top. As you can see, I'm just moving my heat gun back and forwards. Where you see it shrivel up, that is where the tint is shrinking. I will then push my hard card to the areas that have only been shrunk. On the Saturn, you do have to be very careful on the corners because it has a little curve to it which can easily crease on you. So take your time like I am here and make sure that I work with these fingers and push them out. Some of these pockets on this curved area will look a little larger, so I use my finger sometimes, split it up, and then push up with my hard card with a little bit of heat. Once it's fully heat shrunk, I then would take it to my peel board, weed it out, and install it in the inside. If you're interested in training with me, go visit my Instagram at California_tint_academy or visit me on Instagram at Modesto_window_tint. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be posting more here soon.